Hi everybody, this is Osprey from MyChartCoach.com, and in this video we're going to take a look at the stocks that are in play today. Okay, so there's a lot of stocks running right now. This is your pre-power hour midday update. Okay, yeah, so check out OSTK. What we have right now is we have most of the stocks that are in what we call the Bitcoin blockchain cryptocurrency sector. The stocks that are related to the cryptocurrency blockchain, they are moving right now. We have a lot that are breaking out and pushing higher. First up, let's look at OSTK overstock. Okay, so it's still at 67 on RSI, so it's not at the overbought power zone yet. You've got Fasto at 96. It is above 80. You want to see that now stay above 80 while it's pushing higher. So today it was the technical breakout that we were looking for. It's breaking above the closing price on November 23rd. So a close above 64 should signal a breakout higher. You know, it could have double topped right here and pulled back, but it's breaking out above. So as long as the share price stays above 64, that's going to signal OSTK wants to head higher. Notice the bullish crossover on the 12, 26, and 9. Okay, let's look at the RIOT blockchain. Okay, this is ticker symbol RIOT. I'm going to show you the 15-minute chart in this video. What's important here is the break above resistance. So notice it had topped out over here on the 12th, and so it formed a top right up here at the what is this? The right below 32. That was the high close level. It pulled back and it formed support down here around $22, and it formed a nice bounce. And so it's been in a nice uptrend since bouncing off of 22. Now it is back above the middle Bollinger Band and the 50 and 100 simple moving averages. Okay, so it bounced down here off of the 100 simple moving average on the 15-minute chart. Now it's above the 50 simple moving average, which is the green line. As long as it stays above both levels, which are down here in 26, the chart's going to be super strong. It needs to hold that middle Bollinger Band currently at 28. So what we're looking for now is a break above high close resistance. As you can see, we put out a chart earlier signaling that it was breaking out above the 10 o'clock closing price. So this candle right here on what is this? The candle right here at 1 o'clock. That was signaling that it was wanted to break out higher. And so now what we're looking for is a break above the next high close resistance level. And so that is going to put us up here at this 29.27. You want to see it continually making new highs. What we're looking for is working back to this 32 level. That is the target. So as long as this middle Bollinger Band holds, we're looking for the jar to fill back to 32. If it fails to break above 32, then it could top out. Right now it is hitting resistance from back here on the 12th when it bounced. Okay, so this is a crucial level to get above. It's got to bust above 29. If it gets above 29, it should run to 32, and then 32 is the huge level. If it can break above 32, it could get moving higher. If it stalls out at 32, that could be the double top level. Okay, let's look at SSC. Okay, big breakout today. This is a chart that we posted a few days ago. Notice that RSI was in the bull zone. Now it's in the power zone. Fasto had just gotten above 20. Now you can see it's up here at 100. It's pushing hard right now. This is a full Marubozu candle. This has no Marubozu candle. It has no wicks. Look at the lower wick. There's no at the bottom of the candle. There's no lower wick. That means the first trade of day was low of day, and currently high of day is the last trade of the day. So it's just pushing hard. The bulls have been in control the entire day. It's breaking out. It's trying to break the recent high, which is right here at around 480, in the 480s here, just above 480. It would be great if it could close above that level for the day. The high close resistance level to break was down here at 360, and so it did break above that level. Before we were looking for a break above the 23rd, and that happened on the 11th. And so when there was a break above that level, that was signaling more upside potential. And notice how people were rewarded. If you loaded on this candle when we signaled to load on the break above, you had to hang in there. EMA's 4 and 8 support held, but look, it's pushing higher. So yeah, so you want to see a break above that level, and then the open here at 4. That's another key level to hold if it pulls back. If you look, there's a giant volume spike, P-star bull flip. We alerted on the MACD bull crosses, signaling that was possibly the start of a new push higher, and that's exactly what happened. And so now let's look at the weekly chart. So here we go. This is the chart we've been showing, and there's this multi-year down descending resistance line, the red descending resistance line, and we had posted a couple weeks ago when it had closed above, and then we showed again how it was breaking above this level this week, and then now it did it. It broke above the key levels that we had discussed, the 325 level, the high close here in March, and then it broke above the recent high close here from 3 weeks ago, and so that was a sweet breakout. And then notice that our second level, if it got above the 325, we wanted to see a break above 375, and bam, it broke above that level today. So this is really smoking. And then now we're looking at the next levels that I just pointed on the daily chart, which is the we're looking at this 475, 480 level is a big level, and 425 if it does cool down. But ultimately, we're looking for a run back up to $6, and our target is the March close from 2014. Okay, so right here at about 615, 620, you want to see if it starts stalling out at that level, that could be the top. Okay, let's look at SRAX. This is another sweet bounce off the middle Bollinger Band. Notice that you've got RSI at 57, Fastos come up above the oversold levels, so it's got juice to run. So the share price got ahead of itself. It closed up here above the upper Bollinger Band. Notice how they walked it all the way down. Okay, so when they walk it down like that, what you look for is you got to draw the descending resistance line, right? And so once there's a break above this red line, that will signal that it's ready to head higher. So yeah, this thing is getting ready to pop. It looks like here it's hitting the key support level. When the share price gets above the upper Bollinger Band and it retraces back to the middle Bollinger Band, the middle Bollinger Band is the reload level as long as support holds. Notice how I've been testing this 5 level. You want to see a 5 hold. A close below 5 would signal downside risk. If it can break above $6 and this red descending resistance line, that's going to be your signal it's ready to break out higher, and we'll be looking for a run back up to 775. Okay, let's look at MARA. Okay, so this thing is still in a good uptrend. Sometimes it just takes patience. It's trying traders' patience because it's slowly working its way higher. Notice how it's making a series of higher highs, and so what you want to see if you're a bull is you want to see the resistance break here. You want to see a break above the closing price on December 11th, which is right here at about 625. And so if it can get above that level, that's going to be your signal that it's ready to head higher. And then you have the 650 level. So 625, 650, those are the big key levels to get above. A close above both of those levels, and then it could run back up to $8. You could see at least a run up to test that upper Bollinger Band at 758. Okay, so it has this nice uptrend going, and it's holding EMA's 4 and 8 support. Once EMA 8 breaks at 538, that'll be your signal it's cooling down. And then if it could drop below EMA 13 at $5, then you would look at the middle Bollinger Band as potentially being tested. So keep an eye on it. A break above 625, 615, it could push higher. Okay, let's look at TEUM. Okay, this thing's finally bouncing. Okay, I know a lot of people are in this and have been tracking this play. So today is the day. Okay, so it's been drop below EMA 4, the pink line, and notice how it's been riding below it the entire time. And then boom, today finally getting above that level. So what counts is the close. So it can break it intraday, but what's really going to count is closing above both levels. If it can close above EMA 8 at 78, that would be a great start. And then as long as it stays above EMA 4 at 76, it will be in play. It needs to break above EMA 13 at 82. Okay, get above that, and then we're talking about the middle Bollinger Band at 87. Close above the middle Bollinger Band, and a new uptrend could begin. It will be a risk to hold if it drops below EMA 4. Okay, look at GROW. Okay, this has got a nice uptrend going as well. They just keep walking it higher. Notice how it's riding EMA 4 support higher. It came, just like I discussed on the last chart, it closed above the upper Bollinger Band. It pulled back. Boom, bounce off the middle Bollinger Band. Now check it out. It's back up at the upper Bollinger Band. It's trying to push through. It's forming a doji today. When you have white candles in a row and then you have a doji after a gap up open, that could form bearish doji star reversal pattern. So keep that in mind. What needs to happen is it needs to come up and turn let's see here, the closing price here on what is that, the 27th of November. So that's going to be the really big level to turn into support. You know, that was the open on the 27th of November, and then if it can turn that level into support, that should be the signal that it wants to keep pushing higher. So if you see a drop below 580 and below EMA4 at 554, that would be your signal that it's consolidating. You know, it would be better if it formed a white candle today, and then you want to see a push above the high here on the 27th, which is just above 680. If you look here at the GROW monthly chart, you know, it's been on this really nice uptrend. Notice how it got above the middle Bollinger Band here, and then it broke above the 50-month moving average, and then it got above the 100-month moving average last month. Well, this month it's breaking above the 200-month average. So this month, the big level to close above for the month is the 200-month moving average at 476. That would be very bullish. Right now it's breaking above the next key resistance level, which is from back here. Notice how this was support and then it turned into resistance. So this 2012, 2011 levels are going to be key levels to break. If it can get through this 6 resistance zone, it could run up here to the $8 range, which was the high from 2011. So yeah, so this is doing another fill in the jar deal, and so, you know, when it's filling the jar, you know, as long as the uptrend is intact and the candles are holding support, the signal is just to keep riding. And so yeah, people are being rewarded that aren't over trading and just letting this thing ride. So good job, everybody. Look at DPW. Okay, so now it's got this nice uptrend. So it's been you know, just pushing higher. It's been forming multiple dojis and multiple small candles, so they don't have as much significance when that happens, but it's a doji nonetheless, and it is hitting the EMA4. You know, it had pulled back, and notice how it's really light volume, and so this is going to either bounce here and push off and break through resistance, which is at 540, or it's going to drop below EMA4 at $4. So if it can hold $4 and get above 540, that's going to signal it wants to push higher. If you see it drop below $4, that's going to signal consolidation. EMA4 has been holding this entire time except for this day right here. So you could see it pull back. I guess that's not 4, that's 480. Excuse me. And so you want to see it hold that level, or else it could drop down to 415. Okay, let's look at PYDS. Okay, so this is not the first. All those other stocks were Bitcoin blockchain related. This one is a not, but it is in play today, and so as you can see here, it broke above resistance, and then now it's coming up and it's hitting the key resistance level, which is here in November. So it needs to bust above this November 3rd closing price, which is just above 340, or else it could signal a temporary top. If it can close above that level, that's going to signal it wants to break out higher, and you could see a run up to $4. Look at EGLT here. Okay, so it had a nice move today. It had big volume. You know, it says the big volume spike, but it did have the long upper wick, the pullback from high of day, so that does show dilution, some profit taking. You know, there was some loading on the bounce off of the middle Bollinger Band. The key level on this chart is that 100-day simple moving average at 115, basically 116. As long as it stays above that level, it could signal more upside potential. It needs to break above the closing price here on the last trading day in November. Okay, so if it can't get above that level, which is around 131, 132, that 132 level, then that's going to signal consolidation. And then as long as it holds that middle Bollinger Band and the 100-day simple moving average, this uptrend should continue, but it has to get above 132. And then look at PIXY finally. You know, this was the one that's up big, but notice how it had the gap up open, okay, and then this is the open up here, and then it ran way up here, and then it started pulling back, forming the long upper wick. That was the signal to head to the sidelines. You know, the bears have been in control since they pulled it back. Now it's trading well below the open and near low of day, and so it's being attacked. And so basically to the downside, you want to see this 100-day simple moving average at 336 hold. The way to play this is to trade off the intraday charts, but just for future reference, when you get a big gap up open and you see the long upper wick of the black candle forming, the safest thing to do is to head to the sidelines. Okay, yeah, if you like this video, please subscribe to the YouTube channel here and hit like, and I would appreciate that. And come check us out in our chat. I'll post the link to the Discord below the video. Thank you.